Hey, Bear B. Thanks for letting me know the music is good. Wanted to make sure it's not washing out. Can you hear me okay over it? Just gonna warm up a little bit. Hey, Jaden Martin. Thanks for popping by. Voice volume's good too. Thanks. Hey, Jaber. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for the good luck. I am from Kentucky, originally born and grew up in Cincinnati, but currently live in Kentucky. Hey, Carrie. Thanks for the good luck. Yes, I do create them from scratch. I sometimes have old shots, and I will use those as a base, and then I will, just kind of build off of that. Hey, Cubs fan, and Steve, welcome for popping by. Thanks for popping by, Steve and Michelle. Thanks for the good luck. But yeah, basically with the guides, I have a list of old shots from every time I've taken a shot in a tournament, and I start with that list for each hole. And if the wind matches, I go exactly with that for my first shot. And if it doesn't match, I will take another one that's close enough and use that as my base. Hey, GC, thanks for the good luck. This hole number one, for example, I did not have an old shot to go off of because in Master, the only times I've played this hole, I had a tailwind that I could send it. So I had to start from scratch on it. All right. Let's see if I can get some drops. It's all going to be a matter of how often I can hit perfect. Currently, my plan is not to do guides because I can't do them on the weekend. I might try to do some quick looks which means take one, maybe two practice shots, look for a safe shot, and just put that up for the qualifying round in case people want to play on their own. But, you know, I don't really have a plan to play them as dialed in as I have. So currently, that is my, plan. Oh, that's very nice of you, Barry, for gifting memberships for people. For those of you that don't have them. Make sure everyone gives Barry some booms for that. All right, so we're going to start with the rock and the P0 ball. We're going to be swapping to a bag that has APOC and Hornet, and we'll be swapping to the Slayer, which I have pinned. So we're ready to go. It's going to be 0%, P6, with the Slayer. Most likely, as long as I hit perfect, I'm going to be at 79% club. Probably around 9-4 wind. So I'm going to start by setting this up at P0 max rest. I put the left side of the yellow just a little bit into the rough. It's been great left safe. Good left is not safe. Well, as far as getting out of the rough. You can still reach, no problem. But, you know, the eagle is a lot harder from the rough than it is from the fairway. This play is a standard play. Usually it's used a lot in tour play. So, you know, just kind of straightforward. You were missing right a lot. How far was your offset when you were missing to the right? Bit into the rough there. It's going to swap to my Slayer, swap to my bag with my Hornet and the APOC. 4 and 7. We got King win, so we're going to pull 10.4. I always tend to pull the 10 if I've not got an instruction, and then the rest. Max overpower, max left curl. Yeah, I don't think there'll be a lot of people participating. I have plans on the weekend. Sorry, so we're 344 and a half. That should be 79%. At the very least, it'll be 81. But we're gonna go ahead and get 74 entered in. My opponent has 7.2, which is low wind for his wind 10. So I'm probably gonna be closer to 9.2 myself. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like the strong winds. It's a lot harder for us free players, just because, you know, that's twice the wind. It's fun if it's Ascendants, you know, so if it was a strong wind with all tailwinds, I think that would be fun. But the headwinds can just be so killer. All right, so here we go. See if I can hit perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the max top 3 left. check my slider and make sure I'm +1. Yeah, +1. Oh. We're going to stick with the +1 instead of transition. Right side of the guide, the left edge of the cup, 9.3, I was close, 8.7. There's our perfect. Let's hope I pulled straight and everything. Camera says, whoo, just snuck it in there. Pulled my 8.7 a little light probably. I have a little bit of trouble with the 0.7s, 0.3s, 0.4s. Thanks for the booms, Barry. Go ahead and start looking at this next one. We're going to be using B52, and it's still 0% P6. We're going to be setting up. Create a bag. So we're going to start up with the EM, and we're going to swap over to our bag with the B52 and the APOC. We're going to stick with the Slayer the whole time. Thanks, Carrie, and everybody else for the booms. All right, let's start this unlocking. All right, so I do one thing a little different than the guide. I tend to hit great left, so in order to give myself a little protection from great left, I'm using just 0.1 more side spin. That way I'm not out of position completely unless I hit a bag great left. I don't tend to hit great rights, so I won't be in as much trouble. I did think about doing, just like last time that we had the full 18, just doing a pro, trading some of my luminaries for some Kingslayers, and just trying to have a little fun with it. All right, so let's get our EM bag, the left side of the white at the rough, max top. I'm going to go 2.5, 9.8. It's going to be 5.5. Make sure I'm pulling straight. Then I'm going to swap. Make sure I have the right bag. Good, we hit perfect. We're looking for about 371, 372. Yeah, Titan would be a little rough. All right, so we're 370 low. So we're most likely going to be at the +5, +6. So I'm going to start with the 92% of the +5. We had a higher wind, 9.4. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like the strong winds. It gives a huge advantage to the Win 10 ball players, even though they get to see what it's like for us. All right, so we're going to start with the 4 left, 1 hard back. And we're going to find our spot. Got King Wind, of course. Then I'm going to take the red, and I'm going to put the left side of the guide at the left side of the pin, and the red at the fairway. We are at 92%. 10.4 is going to be 12 rings. Since I'm pulling into the bunker, I'm going to pull my 2 first outside of the bunker, and then I'm going to pull my 10. Making sure to keep my bullseye on that grid line. This no wind angle tweak on this. Perfect, and hopefully I pulled correct. Oh, I forgot to respin. Talking and I forgot. So that respin slows it down, and since it came off too fast, it went in through the right. Hey, John K. Thanks for the good luck. Yes, Jaden, correct. I forgot to respin. I should have done that before I adjusted. That definitely would have dropped had I done it. Hey, Marvin, thanks for the good luck. I had a lot look like that. The silly mistakes, you know. Yeah, it needed that little bit of extra back to allow it to slow down and catch that ridge and turn into the cup. Even if I had hit great left there, it wouldn't have dropped. It would have came in too hot. Well, I don't stream a lot, Joe. It's been a while, but thanks for popping by. I'm glad it's entertaining. Hey, Hakan, thanks for the good luck. All right, Jaden. Have a good night. All right. Hopefully we have no more of those silly errors. All right, so we're going to be using Thorn on this next one. It's going to be 15% P4. We're starting off with the rock, swapping to an APOC bag. Well, thanks a lot, John K. Everybody give John K and Booms in the chat for that. I have not received the alert yet, but I will take your word on it when it comes through. How are you looking at on this tournament, John K? All right, so top of the +7. I'm going to swap to our APOC bag. We're going to do 3 left, 6 top. P020, so 10.2. Try to pull this straight. Max overpower and mid-range. My tablet tilted on me. That should be okay, unless I pulled bad. Yep, we're fine. Close, but fine. Hey, Aquaman, thanks for the good luck. I did not see that drive distance to go ahead with my preset. But I'm most likely going to be in the 76% range probably. So we'll go ahead and get our setup there. Hopefully we get a little bit lower wind. So we have multiple check options based on what I went by. If I'm in the low 380s, it's going to be top of the white at the pin. The higher 380s, I'm going to do a pin check. Then I'm going to set up going up the dark green just to the left of the pin and spin to position. Okay, so pin check +4 is going to be 74%. 10.1 is going to be 5.7. Top of the yellow in the middle here. My offset, 5.7 rings. Over the center. And hopefully we drop this. First bounce looks good. Center pin. Hey, Lucas, thanks for the good luck. Hey, Deadly Caden, thanks for the good luck. Thanks for the booms. It's always nice when it comes together like it's supposed to. I just got that PayPal alert from John K. Thanks a lot. Very again, make sure everyone give John K some booms, especially for those scores. Minus 32, minus 35. That's solid. Especially the 35. Nice drop from my opponent. Barry gave you the cheat codes. I need cheat codes. All right, so on this next one, we're going to be sending it down. Probably going to be about 15% on our thorn. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up around 15 and 10. We're going to start with the rock and the luminary. And we're going to swap to our Thor's hammer and thorn. Now, one thing that I have to pay attention is the wedge strength. If it's in the 12s or the high 11s, I don't want to set up too high. And then if it's in the lows, the 10s, the low 11s, I can set up just a little bit higher. Hey, Legendary, thanks for the good luck. Welcome, Yugun. I'm probably butchered that name, but welcome anyway. Thanks for the good luck. All right, so what we're hoping to here is to get in the 490 to 505 range. That'll give us a rings from Min Thorn. Definitely want to be just a little bit further than our opponent here. All right, so we're at 12.3. I'm going to set up at the bottom of plus 19. Actually, I'm going to go plus 18. Just to give myself a little breathing room. Max top to right. 12.3 on a Thor's Hammer 7 is going to be 1.9 rings. Let's make sure we pull this straight. We're going to do max overpower and max curl. Ooh, great rights trouble there. Hopefully I got enough room. Whew, close. We'll roll out just fine now. You hit too bad of a great right, you can catch that rough. Don't want that happening. Of course, every time I get in my head, don't hit this. It's what I'm hitting. Welcome, Hargis. All right, let's get to our approach. Given that I'm a little further left on it and a little short, I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna be around 13%. And if that means I'm gonna be playing 15% and offsetting a little to the right. So I'm gonna start at min, and I'm gonna push up into the right side of the red is at the fairway, and the left side of the blue is at the first. there's 10 rings. So we'll just leave it at 10 rings. Now I'm going to spin until I'm short, right side of the pin. 10.6 at 10%. It's going to be 4.1. Pulling straight. And hopefully I did everything right. Probably had a little 01 on that, but enough to get that drop. Hey, Keenan, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the good luck. Thanks for the booms. This next shot took me a little bit to get. Took me a while to work up to that 80% to find that drop. But we're going to be Apocalypse and a Luminary. And we're hitting to about mid-thorn at 80%. So I've been ending up at about 52% at 387. Oh, that was you that missed the putt, Connor? Ouch. Hopefully it was hole number 16 that I dropped. No, if you missed the putt, I didn't drop it. That must have been 7. Thanks, Steve. So you can use 375 as the base drive distance. That makes sense for shooting, perpendicular to the hole. So I've been trying to keep mine at around the 380s. I noticed the low 370s tended to be pushed a little bit more. All right, so 2 right, 7 top. Top of plus 16. Half red. I'm also looking at that second bounce. Got high wind, 12 rings. In. More of a crosswind. So I'm going to give it a click of extra curl. Go 2 rings OP. Great right. Should be okay. It was light. Thanks for the donation. Everybody make sure to give Yule Gun booms for the donation. 383. So 383 is going to be probably pushing that 58, 60%. Let's go to 60. Correct. Yeah, the nice thing about pin checks and stuff with the Thorn is the 2% per plus rank, plus number. So our check is going to be in the middle of the sign, in the middle of the fringe. And then we're going to do max back, 1 hard right. Plus 6, just like I said. 11, 8. Plus 6 is 60%, so we're going to pull 10.3 rings. Grab the 10. Let me pull my 0.3 first. Now I'm going to pull my 10. Hopefully did everything right again. 0.3s are my nemesis. Center pin. Nice. Thanks for the booms, everyone. So hole 6. Descend it. So we're going to need a Zerk. I have seen this get pretty far down with different P10 balls. P10 boost ball get it pretty far down as well. The curl is kind of the key here. And if we get lucky, we're going to be at a minus 40 P8 and about 50% or 50 to 75% on our EB. Yeah, that backspin shot on 5 was solid. As long as you hit perfect. I think we have matched up. I match up with a lot of people, Keenan. So, since I don't match up with myself when I practice. Why not what, Zoro? Welcome, by the way. I don't think I said welcome earlier. I'll check PayPal. Can do. I thought the chat was set up to load notifications on that, but nothing through yet. But I have my email up, so I'll see. Yes, I updated the push-up. I had one account I was running just for the fun of it, and I got 16.1, and I pushed it up to max just to see what I could do, and it wasn't even close to clearing, so I changed it to push up to max. And then the change became the amount of curl. So if it's higher wind, it's 2 clicks before the ring. If it's min wind, it's 2 clicks past, and then the ring is kind of in the middle. Okay. Zoro, the PayPal alert just came in. Everyone, please give booms for Zoro. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The donations that come through are usually used to buy the season pass, as you can see here. Especially if it's got tokens for teas, because those are very, important. Open that one and free up a chest while I'm out here. All right, let's see if we can get this hook on. Hitting full hook is important. If you miss it, you got a good chance of hitting that rough first and ending up in the sand. You're still safe as far as getting your birdie, but really near impossible to get that eagle. The 18 holes are tough, but I don't mind it as much. Max top 1.5. We've got a medium wind with the 14.7, 13.8 rings. So I will give it a couple extra clicks of curl. 3.8, 10. At least it's a tailwind because we went to +6. I'm going to do max overpower, and I'm going to curl 1 click into the ring. Can't tell if that bounced back on me or not. Hopefully it didn't. It was center fairway. Oh, nope. It bounced back on me. I'm still trying to decide exactly what I'm going to do. I cannot play the weekend. I will be out of town visiting family. So, if I do anything, it'll just be some quick looks just to help you guys get to the weekend round, but you'll be on your own there. So, as of right now, I don't have a plan to do a full dial because it just won't, I'll be wasting balls basically because I won't be able to recoup them. Thanks, Vince. I work pretty hard to make sure that the guides are relatively simple. Sometimes it's at the expense of one particular wind angle, maybe missing a drop, but you know, it was a nice drive with the luminary. They just got a bad roll. All right, so we're going to be at minus 40 here. See if we can sneak this one in. All right, so we're at 40%. Nirvana at minus 40, D10, 14.7 is going to be 2.8 rings. Just a little backspin, so we're probably going to need a little bit more adjust, but I'll go heavy 2.8. Ah, great left. Gonna miss. But again, at least it's safe. Mr. Ware, thank you for coming in and thank you for the thank you. Yeah, the 50%, as we were talking about, not very fun unless it's all tailwinds. Then you can just play with a bunch of send its. But yeah, if you get a headwind, it's pretty hard. And on the longer courses, it's harder. At least Eagle Lake is a short course. So, even with the headwinds, you might be looking at more woods than short irons like we would see in a normal. I mean, that's the only thing going for it is that it's a short course. Uh-oh. What happened to my game? Oh no. Golf Clash just crashed. See if I can get back in. This is not good. Ooh, that was close. I do not know what caused that. Hello, Heather. Thanks for the good luck. I do not know what just caused that crash. So get my grids back up. Get this reloaded. Make sure the stream still looks okay. Still looking good there. All right. We missed one of our easy ones by missing our mass hook. Let's see if we can drop this next one. So go ahead and get a sniper up. Minus 5%, P6. Most likely going to be in the 0 to 8% range. Slayer on here. Nice, Steve. It's a tough shot. Um, it's you got to pull it right. You got to get that aim in just the right spot. I was kind of just trying to set it up to have a good chance at it. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the free backspin boost balls to do that little funnel backspin up the hill. All right, so we got 3 right, 3.5 top. 10.1. I found it easy myself to push the rings. Of course, I know a lot of people don't like to push, and it's even harder to push when you go into the bushes to know that you did straight. So we're looking to be below the 342. It's a lot easier when it's about 339, 340 because you're at dead men. I'm going to be short, 331. So that's probably going to put me around the 16 to 18% on my club. It is a very tough drop here. What ended up being the key is where the guide is. And if you're looking at the guide as it goes through the square to the left of the pin, you're looking for the left side of the guide to be before the corner and the right side of the guide to be before the top corner. And for me, it was always circle drop. Oh, you mean on the drive? Yeah, that was just before circle drop on the drive. So 4 left, 5.5 back. Since I'm not starting with the Grizzly, that tells me I'm going to be longer club. All right, so I'm looking for the guide to be right there. 6 rings is 16%. 9-1 is going to be 7.2. I'm going to pull from the blue. Try to pull straight here. 7.2. Inner ring and circle drop. And I hit great again. So I'm going to miss right by about 2 cups. It just doesn't get enough of that bite and turn. The great always happens to me when I don't get enough swings. I need about 3. If I'm letting go on the first swing, sometimes on the second swing, I'm going to hit great. I don't have enough time to get my count down. Hey, JCL, thanks for the good luck. Now, when I was worrying, but luckily I hit great left before I released it. When I was making the shot, there's a shelf across the top, and if you hit it and you go too far left, you can get an impossible putt. And I was so worried that whatever shot I designed would end up in that spot. But I hit a great left on purpose to make sure that it never rolled too far left. I don't know when my next stream will be. Usually it's, just trying to squeeze one in to see when I can get a stream in or not. I'll try to schedule one more often, or try to schedule it on someone else's. I'm going to do something a little different on this drive because I've been coming up a little short. So I'm going to try to push myself into the +1. So I'm going to try max top, or not max top, 7.5 top, and not do a push up. Let's see, 0p5 and 72%. So I'm looking for 210 to 11. Hopefully I don't get that dreaded glitch roll. But if you do, it's still safe. I've almost dropped it. But if I go a little more left, I shouldn't get it. Okay, 7.5, 1, 8.8. Make sure I pull this straight. Great right. We'll see how that goes. Okay. That'll be a good spot. 411 should be the +1. Now, I've been noticing wind angles. I think it's just one click on this. We'll see what I get here. Because I burned a couple inside edges and outside edges. So we'll have a look at the wind angle when I do it. I'm looking for one that's not too far left, not too far right. So there we are at the +1. One center pin there. 8.8 at 72. It's going to be 8.4. This has been about the center. If it was at the sign, I would have given it a click right. And a great right, so I'm going to miss it. It's going to die short and come on the inside. Perfect would have went a little further up the hill. Most likely would have dropped. Hey, S Parks, thanks for the good luck. So we've now seen that grates have cost me 2, possibly 3. I like free to play. I've seen a lot of people who spend a lot of money on it, and I can't justify spending that much. You know, I spend a little bit in order to make the guides, and but you know, the YouTube revenue and the donations and the members, those help offset that cost. All right, now on this one, I am going to try a shot sent to me by David Bluezette. So let me get that pulled up. There we go. So I'm going to be starting. It was very similar to the shot I had, but there was a little extra adjust in there. And I think that might have helped it come in a little more often, a little better. But let's take a look. See if we can drop it. I haven't dropped it yet, but it's always a first time. A minus 30 in this tournament, all free to play, is nice. Based off of how I'm running on this front nine, I'm not going to hit it on this one. Maybe if I make a few less errors on the back, we can get a couple more drops and get, you know, maybe a 29, 30. Six. So I'm going to start by pushing back. Max top. And I need to pull 11.6 rings. So I'm going to pull 2.6. And then I'm going to pull 8. I'm going to give it the same curl I gave earlier. And hit perfect. First bounce is in a good spot. A little right. Oh, I don't think it's going to have the speed. Oh, close though. I don't think APOC 6 has the top to get this. I'm just playing one round deadly. I've already played 3 of my others, and I had one extra this time because it was same wins. I could squeeze one more in. So this will be the only one. No, can't complain about a tap-in eagle. I needed a little bit more curl there, and I probably would have gotten it to drop going up the left side. Now my opponent will have to play the funnel behind the cup. It's a relatively decent funnel. But, you know, if it's a bad enough grate, you're still not going to drop it. Yeah, the left side, I think, I've had one stop on the lip. You know, I got the drops in the opening round with the other shot. Nice drop by my opponent there. All right, circling back around to 10. Now let's see if, you know, minus 14. Gonna have to at least pick up 2 more drops. And say a 30 probably won't even get me. Yeah. If I can get a 15 on the back, I can move up into a top 10 position. So again, we're starting off with the rock. And Marlin. We're going to be swapping to our bag 2. And a Kingslayer. So we dropped it on the front. Hopefully we can drop it on the back. The best chance of drops do come from the first 5 holes. Let's see if we can get a minus 16. See if we can get to 30. Put this stuff up here. And 79%. 0.1 in the rough. Swap it to the Slayer. Swap to our Hornet APOC bag. 4 and 7. 9.2. Max overpower. Max left curl. Now, I don't know if anybody was paying attention to when my opponent hit his, but a little word of advice if you play on an iOS device, if you pull straight into curl and overpower, you will probably end up shorter than your mark because whenever you pull it that way, you don't get as much overpower as you would if you overpowered first, then curled. I haven't noticed it on the Androids, but on an iOS, it definitely makes a difference. And I've had people who have come to me saying that they're getting, on average 5 to 10 yards less than me on drives. And it's been, most of the time they'll end up being iOS, and that was the reason. Nice drop by my opponent. Let's see if I can match it. Alright, so max top, 3 left. Do our check. We're at the +1. So now we're going to find our spot. Right there. 8.8 is going to be 8.3. And I hit great. Damn it. I had time for one more swing. I don't know why I didn't take it. You're welcome, JCO. Yes, you first want to max overpower and then curl. It's mainly in instances of where you're doing max overpower and max curl, or max overpower and a lot of curl. It's just if you go straight to it, for some reason, it like hits earlier before it gets to the max overpower. I used to play on an iPad, and I would have that issue a lot. And I have a buddy who plays on an iPad. And so we tested it one time. And we just shot shots in practice and found that out. It's a solid shot on one. It's the perfects, just like just now. You don't hit perfect, you're not going to drop it. And I had time for another swing. I don't know why I didn't take it. Nice that you dropped 11 with a great right. I have only dropped one shot with a great, and it was 17. Adjust first. 9.3 is 5.2. Then swap. B52. Here come the greats. Hopefully that's a light one, but there's a good possibility that it's going to take me out of position for the second shot. 369. I'm going to be short. We'll still play it, but I won't drop it. I won't be able to get in position. Yeah. 369 with a great left is going to put me probably about 2 rings short. I can still play the shot safe. It's just my chances of dropping a lot lower. So I'm probably going to be at max. And we'll see if we can get it to stretch into position. But that's also why I added the extra side spin. Oh, we'll be fine. Just barely short. So now I'm gonna go. 9.8 is gonna be 11.7. For the straight. Hopefully that hair short won't cost me the shot. It did. Speed rushing it, I probably had a click of overpower. Or I under adjusted. Plus 0.4, 11.7. Yeah, that was all correct. Well, it was either that or I had the, I could have pulled an 01 there to miss. I could have had the wind angle to the right that needed to click left, or I could have under adjusted 0.1, or I could have had a click of OP on it when I hit it. Any of those are possibilities. Yeah, precision really makes a difference. I'd like to feel that I would get a couple more drops normally with precision. I guess we'll see if I ever get to getting the prism balls if they put precision in them. But considering I never get anything that's not already maxed out of the chest, I'll probably never max all of my gloves. This account hasn't got a free card in probably 3 months out of the chest. And I don't have that many max clubs. I think I have 7. And the fact that I keep getting the same 7 clubs. Alright, so now we're back to Thorn. 15%, P4. And most likely going to be at around 72%, 74%. Yeah, I have almost 400 spare Spitfire clubs cards, but yet nothing else. And it takes part of the fun out of trying to finish high because it's not really going to make a difference. The only reason I try to finish higher is so I can replace some of the Kingslayers I used during the tournament. Because if I run out of Kingslayers, it's going to be a lot harder to get a drop on a few holes. Let's see what we got here. Top 7, 8-block thorn bag, 3 left, 6 top, 0-20. Overpower, mid ring. That was close. Must have pulled a little there. 79's a little short, but we're still in position. Yeah, this one was harder on Kingslayers, but I used Kingslayers a little more because I only had to make up with 1 set of 9 holes. Oh, I'm sorry to laugh at you missing the cut whenever I don't do one. But, I mean, hopefully you guys are at least learning a little bit as well from the guides to help make your own shots. All right, let's see what we got. We're a little short, so we're probably going to be around 82%, 84%. Plus 4. And top of white is 82%. 9. Spot. 5.9. Wow. Oy. That released a lot quicker than I normally do. I barely had my finger lifted. All right, so we're not going to break 30. Yeah, the stupid grates. It's okay. I expected when I would shoot this, I would have more grates. because whenever I talk more, I'm not focused on my swing as much. So that's just part of the game. Can't let it get to you. Oh, wait a minute. I better make sure I have a proper bag. Okay, bag 5. Let's go ahead and get that there. There. I don't know exactly what I will get done or if anything on the next tourney, but it will not be a full set of dialed in shots and it will be no weekend round. I'm out of town on Saturday. I'm not going to be able to get 18 holes in high winds done in under a day. So, I would have thought about it more if it was a standard 18 format and not the mini 18 format. Because, trying to cram 18 holes in a weekend with extra wind, you're talking 20, 24 hours worth of shot making right there. Yes, this Thor's Hammer shot was very nice. I liked it better than the original shot that I came with. It just got a little better roll with that extra top. What Thors did you use when you rolled into rough, and left or right rough? All right, so we got 12.3. So I'm going to set up a little shorter. There we go. I'm going to swap. Max top to right. 12.3 is going to be 1.9. Thor 7. The Thor 7 has a little less curl. So if it was just a little too far right, it didn't have enough curl really. That's why when you saw me set up there, I put the white just 0.1 into the rough. It makes my great right more risk, but it keeps me center fairway. Since I'm a great left hitter, I wasn't as worried much about hitting that great right. I did play a couple with the big topper. We all know how the greats look on big topper. But the big topper has more topspin and more curl. So it was a great alternative if you didn't have the Thor 6. Or if you didn't have Thor 7 or 8. And, for some of the Thor 7s, really. You just, that extra curl was helpful. So like one of my earlier accounts, I used Big Topper over Thor 7. In King Wind, yes. I knew it wouldn't hit it. That's why I left it at the top of the plus 18. All right, so we're at 8.5. I'm going to go ahead and go 9. 10.8 is going to be 4.1. And short, offset right. Straight here, hopefully. Right. There's a perfect finally. Whew, I almost overpulled it. Maybe I should have left that at 8 instead of 9. Yes. So on nap, the guide is set up at mid plus 19, you would have hit the wood in 12.3. So that's why I pulled back to the top of the plus 18. Mid of the plus 18 is probably better. It was also the tailwind angle. So there is a crosswind angle as well, but the tailwind angle pushed it up. And I could tell by what I pulled down to. Thanks, Marvin. All right. So here's our massive adjustment thorn. Thanks for the boom, Mr. Ware. Still can't believe I needed 80% for this. I was trying to bounce up, but I kept, it's bumpy right there before the green. I just wasn't getting a good bounce up. Let me get to the right guide. Yeah, it was with a perfect. It was a solid drop. It comes in so smoothly. The only one I missed with a perfect, I was short on the drive, 372. I don't know if it was a dead bounce or what. And that I didn't have the correct pin check or French check. So 2 right, 7 top. That high wind, maybe I'll give it a click of extra OP. 2.3. 10. Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely give it some extra OP. Let's go to 2.5 rings. Right should be fine. It was short. First bounce is good. Yeah, that'll turn back left near the end. About 85, 84, 86. So 86 is going to be 54%, I think. I mean, luckily we were able to go this way. I hate going to left on this hole. For some reason, I just don't do well with that bump. I'll do my check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure my 387s have been 52. This might be 52 as well. But I also hit great right, which is going to adjust some things. So plus 3, so 54%. 11.3 is going to be 9.5. Alright, so 9.5 rings. Let's make sure we pull straight. Let's try to hit perfect. There we go, perfect. Now let's see what the difference in adjustment from that 50% is. 0.2. Probably still would have dropped with the 0.2 less, but it would have been close. All right, let's see if we can hit our max hook this time. Thanks for the booms. All right, so we got our minus 40 here. D8. Get our right. I knew where you get the 50% from, but I think the Great Right probably threw it off. Plus, I had a couple extra clicks of curl, so that would have put me a little different also. Let's clear this in case that's a daily. Yeah. Hopefully I can get to that 21 and get that explosion. I got a week to get there. That T will be big. I might spend tomorrow just playing some tour to close out some of those things to get to that 21. All right, so again on this, like I said, I've been tweaking. It is noted to push the max. I also noted that in low wind under 14.5 that I've been doing a click or 2 clicks into the ring. So we got 15.2. Max top, 1.5 left. 15.2 is going to be 14.3. 4.2. Hard to see that white ring. 10. We pulled to the 10, so this is a crosswind. Where I pulled bad. Push the max. We're gonna go right before the ring. All right, let's hope I got every bit of it that time. I did. All right. Probably could have done with 1 click less curl, but I'll take that. So given 514, we're probably going to be around 80%, 75, 80% at the minus 40. A little bit higher up on the hill, but I'm not going to do 45. I've been dropping the 40 from almost the rough. I can count down. You're probably a lag, Keenan, why you didn't match. I can count down on the next hole if you want me to. Or I'll go in, I'll back out, and then I'll go back in. So that way, that gives you time when I go in the first time to try to match me. Yeah, because there's like a minute difference. Not a minute, but okay, so we're looking at 77%. 52. Very difficult when an approach. I don't see a push wall there. 7.6. There are glitch walls, so you got to be careful there. Kind of hard to see with the medium graphics. Hopefully I did it right. Got it in there. Oh, you're on 15? Thanks for the boom, Sperry. Now, laying up left side isn't as bad a play here as it is when it's pin 2. That pin 2 is a lot harder from that spot. But since I wasn't getting wet with even the worst of slices, I didn't see any reason not to go for it. You know, you're not losing the birdie, and you still have a chance from the rough or the sand. It's just not as good of a chance. That's a nice shot. That's got to be a guide shot because you're not going to be second bouncing the fringe that close, or that rough that close, unless you know what you're doing. Guide shot. You learn to pick them out, and then I can't use them. All right, that should get us our tee. Oh, nope. A little bit more. We are on 7, so there. Let's see if we can drop this time. Try to hit perfect. Couple king wins. Oh, the left bunker. Yeah, I had to do a little less curl. I curled as pictured when I had 16.1 in order to try to keep it from going into that left side. And the video that I uploaded with the king wind, I used 1.8 left, and it just barely stayed up. Yeah, the reduced top spin probably wouldn't have helped. It's you have to flirt with the edge of that rough in order to keep it in king wind, or get lucky enough that you get the roll that catches the bank and turns you back towards the green. But yeah, so I was using the curl because if you could bounce it within a ring of that rough, you were going to stay fairway, just like I did then. I was a little bit 2 rings and it got close. All right, so this is minus 5%, P6, and we're going to be around hopefully 8%. I was really hoping that we would have had ascended in this hole, because this is a fun hole to slice. And given where the pin location is, if you were in the rough, you still have a good chance at making it. Even if you were in the bunker above the pin, you would have a good chance. If we had a tailwind, I would have been sending it. There. 47. Wow, that's long. Right. Just before circle drop. Let's see what we get. A little short again. 31, 32 again. So last time we were at 16%. So that was 6 rings. Again, I'm looking at the guide at 1 square left. I want the left side being inside of the bottom corner, the right side to the left of the top corner. And I'm using these set spins. And I'm pulling from the blue ring if I'm under the 7 rings, just because it's easier to pull without it glitching. And then we're using that curl with the max side spin. We're hoping to get a bounce onto the green, and then you'll see the ball bite and turn left. And that's when we know we're going to get the drop. I'm not going to have a happy putt there. Alright, for that. 5.5 back. There's min. There's our spot at 6 rings and change. 7.7. Go straight and let's try to hit perfect this time. All right, hit perfect. Hopefully I did everything else perfect. There's the bounce. There's the bite. Oh. Didn't get my full curl. Oh, I did a 59. 59, not good. See, this is what I was afraid of when I was designing this shot. That is a pain in the ass. The fact that you're on the green and you have to do that. I wanted to save him. Hopefully he drops it. There we go. Nice. Yeah, for the Guardian, you need the backspin boost. I tried it without it. It never got high enough up the hill to roll back down to the cup. And this is the first round I've gone without dropping that shot. So this is going to be 0.5. Thought I had it that time. Just didn't turn enough. But, if I had that 11.59, probably pulled it a little short. Definitely wouldn't have pulled it far enough to the right. So that means I would have missed to the right. And I wish they would fix the spins. I waste so much time trying to get the spins where I wanted to because it's not as smooth anymore. Yeah, a couple people showed me the backspin Guardian, um, but I don't have a lot of backspin balls. And those that I do are not enough boosted. I went down there. So, let me look at my sliders. So 11 is 72. 8 was 77. I'm looking at 67%. Should be -1. There's +0. It's about -1. Is going to be 9.8. Looks like I have a tailwind. I'm going to try a click a left curl. Great right's not going to get it to me. Going to fall short. Yeah. Dead roll. Dead roll. Probably should have went at it instead of trying to use that funnel. Alright, so on 9 we left it on the edge of the cup. And 11.6. Yeah, stupid sniper. It is. I don't know if it's because of the increased accuracy score, the 100% accuracy, but a lot of people do hit greats more often with it. But the only way you're getting away from a sniper on this hole is if you have a massive straight tailwind, and it's high risk. But if you can get over into the next fairway. Oh, looks like this is going to be my worst score. My worst round. Let's see if we can leave on a good note. Alright. So we're going to do this pullback shot. Last time I was a tad too far to the right. So we got 11.6 again, which is going to be pushing back 2.2. Then I'm going to do this and that. And the tailwind angle. So I should get the speed. There's the 2.6. There's the 10. Oh, we hit perfect. First bounce is in the right area. A little short. Do we have the speed? Oh, no. It had the right line. Just a little short. Got a rock and a luminary. Interesting. Is this person laying up? Because that's definitely not going to have the top to get to the green. Now they might. Interesting. First bounce. Bump. Nice shot. You're very welcome. I mean, hopefully, the notes and guides, they've been helping keep people interested in the game, keeping it from, fading out and dying and becoming a complete pay to play game. I mean, if it wasn't for people spending money, the game would not be where it is. We wouldn't get new courses. We wouldn't get new features. But then again, it can also die because nobody likes playing games where they feel like they have to spend lots of money. I meant to forfeit so he can get the chest, but I forgot. Oh well. A little minus 27. Too many greats. Probably not gonna finish. Nope. Be lucky to get a top 25 with this one. The only person I see that I know is David in there. That's Kobe, I believe. Could be wrong. Oh, there's Brandon. Minus 32. Not bad. Wonder if he struggled with grades also. It's easy to lose interest. I got burnt for a little while too before I started doing this. I started doing this just to help keep my interest and so I could learn the game a little better. See if I'm gonna go into M2. Okay. Good. I wanted to make sure I promoted to get those extra. Hey, Jackie. Thanks for popping in. I forgot to promote this one. Oh well. This was the one I ran just to run. Just because I didn't have to make extra guides. I didn't do much better in it either. Minus 29. Probably won't hold top 10. But it was a weaker bracket too. Mr. T only shot a minus 31. So, given those are both using Tommy guides and money balls, I'm not too far behind them. Minus 27, Cooney. Not bad. Well, I want to thank everyone for stopping by, hanging out. That's going to end this for me. I'll try to do a little more streaming. Thank you for everyone that supports and donates, and everybody that hit the thumbs up and spread the information of the notes and guides out. All of us that work on them and submit shots. Really appreciate all the feedback. You're welcome, JCL. Larry B. Good night, everybody.